Hi, everyone. I'm Steve here again with Brian Sanchez, who is at our Fitness for 10 studio in Carson City. Thanks for being here, Brian.
Steve, do you know how much joy it brings to my heart to know that I get to talk to you at least once a week?
Yeah,
Thank you for inviting me.
I do know. The answer is clusters. It's clusters. So, all right. So, we're going to talk about a functional movement that I've been doing most days after my workout that is just phenomenal. And you forget the training that you did maybe when you were younger in high school or college as an athlete, and the way your body felt after a really intense training session. And now, being in my 60s, I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about the sled. The sled is something that's really simple. It's got a long rope on it, so you can pull it towards you and then you can push it. But what I like to do is put a couple plates on there, and it's not super duper heavy. I could put more, but I don't. I put a couple plates, about 100 pounds on there on the sled, and the sled's not really big, and I'll push it through all the way to the end of the functional area at Carson City. Then I'll get in a stance like I used to when I was a defensive back, and I'm going to back pedal. And I'll tell you what, you push that down 50 feet, and then you get down and you pull it back, shuffling like a defensive back would, 50 feet back, you are going to blast every muscle in your lower body. Get your abs a little, your lower back. It is amazing. And I know you use it with some of your clients.
Hey, anything related to functional exercise, I don't have a client that doesn't use it. We write it into the workouts. Sled being one of the best. And I think it's important to know that, studies will tell us, again, we're going back to information we read about. Studies will tell us that most adults over the age of 30 never sprint again. And when you think about, we're talking, I forget what the number is, but it's almost like around 80%. When you think about that, as you get older and older and older, I'm pretty sure it's even more people don't. If you don't continually challenge your body, you're going to lose the functionality of it, period. You should be using the sleds, the ropes, the bands, the stability balls, the stability boards, the rowing machines, the ski machines, our tire flipping machines, the rogue racks, medicine balls, kettlebells. All of this stuff is designed to make your body move. And it's fantastic for every single one of us, unless you have a medical condition that prohibits your ability to use it.
Yeah, and I push that pretty fast forward, and I pull it back pretty fast backwards. Then, that'll get me winded. I got to take, a couple minutes rest before I do it again, because I'm really using all the muscles in my lower body and really exploding with those muscles. And it does kind of relate to running. You're pushing something that's heavy as fast as you can, and then you're pulling it and backpedaling as fast as you can. And it's a workout. And all those things you mentioned, they're all functional. It's going to relate to your daily activities. That's basically what functional is. I had a guy on one of the shorts I did. There's no definition. Well, look, people make up words, especially kids, right? They make up words and then they make them mean something. So this is a simple word. Functional just means it relates to your daily activity. And it's so cool. It's the industry is really going back to the 60s and 70s. And I see older people up there doing balance work and doing stretch work and doing different things, crossover stepping. And it's so simple, but what a benefit for these people. And I love seeing people in there in their 80s that aren't getting up, not giving up. As a matter of fact, they want to get better. They want to have more mobility. They want to have a better, healthier, more active life. I love seeing that.
Very, very important as we age, especially through any age management program that you're doing. If you're not doing functional work, stuff that's going to help you every day, then you need to start. And if you have ideas or you need ideas, just let us know. We'll get the information to you.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the sled. Maybe next time we can talk about some of the other functional equipment like ropes, battle ropes. Battle ropes got popular, I don't know, about 10 years ago, don't you think?
Probably, yeah, about 10 years ago.
And when you do it, you go, wow, I didn't. Now you take battle ropes and a sled, you just worked every muscle in your whole body.
One of the routines that I'll put, just to give you an idea, everybody, one of the ways I'll set something like that up, like Steve's saying, is we'll have a sled system with a pull and a push coupled with battle ropes. But what I like to do for once we build the stability is I like to put people on a half ball. We used ones made by Bosu. They stand on that and they operate the battle ropes. Now you're talking about creating a balance system into the use of those battle ropes, which is all functional work, into our TRX bands. You can do this and create a system with that you can use 3 or 4 items. You can go for 20, 30 minutes and it will smoke your body and you'll feel so good.
It does. And the last thing I'll say is when you're doing this thing, like on the sled, you could pull the rope toward you, pull the sled toward you with the rope. You can do the battle ropes. But when you do this stuff, you're going to work muscles because you said, you get past age 30 or most people don't sprint after, high school, right? They do it in PE if they have PE. And then after that, they don't sprint because most people have no reason to. But when you use some of this equipment, the sled, the battle ropes, and you do different things like that, you're going to feel muscles that you forgot you had. And it's kind of funny. They go, wow, there's a muscle there. Especially you're laughing. It's true. Especially if you're older, you're going, I didn't even know I had a muscle there. I feel that because you said it feels really good. It feels good to know I worked a muscle I didn't even know I had. I hadn't even touched that muscle for years. And that's what happens.
Well, and I find that people find it to be rather enjoyable. I mean, I love flipping tires. I love it. And a lot of the clients who are putting them on it, and again, every one of my clients does functional work. They truly do enjoy the change to where they get to work with that equipment as opposed to some of the other traditional things that we do here. So embrace the opportunity. Go up and give it a try. And if you need help, grab one of the coaches in your gym.
Yeah. And most gyms, wherever you are, whatever state you're in, most gyms have functional equipment. And that might be something that determines what kind of a gym that you want to join, because most of them, they're all going back to functional areas. Almost all of our gyms have functional areas and, boxing bags and more. So, but most gyms are going to have the functional stuff. And it's getting like, I want more because I can't get on the sled. I'm going, man, I hate it. I own this gym and I can't even use my own stuff. I'm going like, can we be closed at lunch so I can at least work out?
It gets busy in the functional zones, real busy. I think people are seeing more and more of the benefit of the equipment.
Yeah. But there's lots of stuff. Check out the gym and check it out and feel some of those muscles that you haven't felt worked in a long, long time. So, Brian, as always, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
Have fun, everybody.